All right, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that the way you fall asleep every single night, that comfy position you crash in, it might just be the single most important health decision you make all day? So, I want you to think about it for a second. How do you sleep? Are you a back sleeper, a side sleeper, maybe you're a stomach sleeper? Because that one simple choice, well, it could be the difference between a great day and some really serious trouble down the line.
And no, I'm not being dramatic here. We're talking about a choice that could literally mean you're drowning your brain in its own toxic gunk that builds up every single day.
Not only that, but you could also be forcing your heart into overdrive every single night. It's like putting it through a nonstop stress test when it's supposed to be recharging.
And get this, the wrong choice could literally rob you of 4 years of your life by aging your brain. But don't worry, today we're gonna fix all that.
See, here's the thing we gotta understand first. Sleep isn't passive. It's not just shutting off. It's your body's most critical maintenance period. It's when the real work happens, rebuilding, resetting, literally cleaning house.
And this is where it gets really cool. There's this thing called the glymphatic system. And Dr. Rachel Salas from Johns Hopkins has the perfect analogy for it. It's like a washing machine, but for your brain. Seriously, when you're in a deep sleep, your brain cells shrink just a little bit, and that allows this fluid to rush in and wash away all the junk. But here's the catch. Your sleep position, that's what determines how well that washing machine actually works.
So that brings us to the main event, right? The big question. What are the best and worst positions? Because as it turns out, how you lie down, it matters a lot.
Okay, so if you're a back sleeper, listen up. This is the biggest risk for you. It's simple physics, really. When you're on your back, gravity pulls your tongue and all the soft stuff in your throat backward, and that can block your airway. Your body then understandably freaks out. It fights for oxygen, your blood pressure spikes, and your heart gets put under some serious stress. And don't think this is some rare thing. We're talking about a staggering 34% of middle-aged men who have sleep apnea. And the craziest part? The vast majority have no idea. They just wake up feeling wiped out and chalk it up to a bad night's sleep when something much more serious is going on.
So what's the answer? Well, side sleeping is the undisputed champion here, for a few really important reasons. 1, it keeps that brainwashing system running on high. 2, it keeps your airway wide open, slashing that apnea risk. And 3, it's just better for your spine. Now we can even get more specific. If you deal with acid reflux or if you're pregnant, the left side is your best bet. But if you have certain heart issues, research shows people often feel better on their right side as it can ease a bit of pressure.
Now, I know what you're thinking, but I'm a back sleeper. I always roll back over. I hear you. So here's this amazing, kind of funny, old-school hack. It's called the tennis ball trick. You literally just sew a tennis ball onto the back of your pajama shirt. That way, if you try to roll onto your back in the middle of the night, it's just uncomfortable enough that your body will automatically roll back to the side, probably without you even waking up. Simple, right?
Okay, so position is huge, but it's not the whole story. There are a few other hidden dangers, silent assassins really, that could be sabotaging your sleep right in your own bedroom. Let's talk about light. And I mean even the tiniest little bit. That little blinking light on your charger, the standby light on your TV, that can increase your risk of a heart attack by 50%. That's insane. That little bit of light gets through your eyelids and basically tells your brain, hey, it's daytime, which shuts down all the good sleep hormones and keeps you in this state of low-grade alert all night long.
All right, next up is something I think we're all guilty of. It's called social jet lag. You're good all week, but then the weekend hits, you stay up late, sleep in. Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. That messes up your internal clock so badly, it increases your heart attack and stroke risk by 26%. It's wild. The takeaway? Consistency is everything.
Okay, this next one is a real paradox, and it's super interesting. We all know that sleeping too little is bad for you, right? But what about sleeping too much? While the data is shocking, it's linked to a way higher risk of death. But, and this is a huge but, it's not the sleep that's the problem. It's a symptom. Think of it like a fire alarm. Your body is sleeping longer because it's trying desperately to fight something else, like a hidden inflammation, depression, or, yep, that sneaky sleep apnea again.
So all this is great to know, but our own genetics play a huge part too. And you can forget about the whole early bird or night owl thing. That's old news. Scientists have now found that there are actually 5 distinct genetic sleep subtypes. So let's take a look and see which one sounds like you.
All right, so which one are you? First, we've got the perfectionist. Wakes up early, super healthy, but also super anxious. Then there's the depressed type. Also an early riser, but with zero energy. We've got the chaotic genius. Stays up late, really smart, but emotionally a bit all over the place. Then the sedentary, up super late and at a higher risk for heart problems. And finally, the so-called sick alpha male, the one who brags about only needing a few hours of sleep, but their blood pressure is telling a very different story. Figuring out your type is key to understanding what you're up against.
Okay, that's a lot of scary stuff, I know. But now for the good news, the solution. And honestly, it's so simple, it's almost hard to believe. Researchers found this golden combo, 3 tiny changes that have an absolutely massive payoff.
First up, you ready for this? Just 11 extra minutes of sleep on night. That's it. That's not even hitting the snooze button one time. It feels like nothing, but to your body, it's a huge signal.
Part 2 of the combo, 4.5 minutes of brisk walking a day. We're not talking about joining a gym or running a marathon. This is just taking the stairs instead of the elevator, parking a little further away. It's that simple.
And the third piece of the puzzle? Just 50 more grams of vegetables. Do you know how little that is? It's like half a bell pepper, a few florets of broccoli. It's almost ridiculously easy.
So you have these 3 tiny little things, but when you put them all together, the result is absolutely mind-blowing. A 57% reduction in your risk of heart attack and stroke. That's the power of these small habits working together. It's incredible.
So, let's wrap this all up into one simple, actionable checklist. Okay? Number 1, aim for 7 to 8 hours. Number 2, make sure you're sleeping on your side. 3, your bedroom should be a pitch black cave. No light. 4, keep your schedule regular, even on weekends. 5, get some sunlight in your eyes as soon as you wake up. 6, shut down all screens at least an hour before bed. 7, maybe some calming music to wind down. 8, the 20-minute rule. If you're not asleep, get up and do something relaxing. 9, this is a big one. No caffeine after 2 p.m. And 10, remember to eat those 50 extra grams of veggies.
Look, I know that's a lot. You don't have to do all 10 things at once. Just look at that list and ask yourself one simple question. What's one thing, just one, that you can start doing tonight? Because that's where it all begins. It's the easiest, most powerful change you can make for your health, and it doesn't cost a thing.